So hello everybody. I'll give everybody a minute to get on here. We are just over the moon that it is 2022. 2021 ended. Yay. Okay. But seriously, we are looking at moving. We're going to be moving these clubs to YouTube. Part of the reason is things that you guys have noticed. The live stream on Facebook is a little inconsistent, especially from the store. So this will be the last live cast. I will post the videos here, obviously. I'll be posting them everywhere, but this will be the last one that is live to Facebook. So you're going to want to go to our YouTube channel, which is Bernina OKC, and subscribe, like, do all the button pushing so that you don't miss out on anything. Good morning, Carolyn Hawthorne, Carol Cable, Sue is watching. She says it looks good, so we'll just keep moving. And like I said, it will be on YouTube, and I will post that link here, so if you don't want to go find it, that's okay. But anyway, I do have a message from John this morning. I don't know if it might display sideways. But our internet was really bad yesterday, and I didn't want to risk it. So give me just one moment, and I will flip over to the message from John.
Good morning, everyone. I'm out here in my car recording this video for you. The store is doing fine. Business is good. The repair shop is backed up as usual, but we're working our way through them, of course. Emily mentioned we do probably need to hire another tech, as Twyla has gone on to live with her son in Virginia. So if you might know someone who might want to work part-time or possibly full-time, let them know, and we'll interview them. We are still trying to provide a safe place for our customers and ourselves. So when you come into the store, please wear a mask, and try not to bunch up into big groups. The store has a clearance sale going on, national clearance sale. And let's see, we have lots of trade-ins. So if you wanted to move up and not move up in price, this is a good time to do it. We have everything from old 830s to new 830s. So come in, have a look, and take one home, please. Anyway, everyone seems to be pretty healthy. Hope you are too. So come in when you can. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was the message from John, and yes, like he said, definitely looking for that new technician. We might have somebody to interview, but that doesn't mean we can't use another one. So anyway, today is of course a Bernina Club. I will give you a sneak peek next month. I will be doing it's either the Sally bag or the Clara bag from Sally Tomato. I think it's the Clara bag. I will be doing it for both Bernina Club and Embroidery Club because we're going to make it and then we will embroider on it. Those two are going to have different construction methods, so it'll be fun either way. But today we're going to talk about little Hexi coasters and hot pads. Woo! So this is a coaster. I'm going to say it's a coaster because it started as 5-inch Hexis. So that's really kind of coaster size. And then this one is a little hot pad. It's a good size for my coffee carafe. And of course you could make this in any iteration of colors and quilting. And we're going to go over how to make them. On the CD this month, you will have this video. You will have the patterns, and I kind of cheated a little bit. I used cut work. and I'm gonna let you guys have those files. I know this is in Bernina Sewing Club, but I really like using the things that are available. So I will flip over to the video of me making these. So like I said, on your CD, you're definitely gonna see, you're gonna have PDFs with paper patterns, but like I said, I cut this out using the Bernina cutwork tool. And the reason I use the cutwork tool is because I'm cutting out exactly the same shape over and over and over again. So I have my batting, I have a layer of fabric that you're not going to see, and then I have 6 fabrics for the top and 1 for the back. So I'm just layering them on the hoop here. Cut work is done on your embroidery machine, and like I said, I know this is Bernina Club, but I wanted to show you guys how I actually cut this out instead of cheating and being like, yes, I cut them perfect, every single one of them. There are hexagon rulers from Creative Grids that are really, really nice. So we won't watch all that again. Okay, so here we are back where we're supposed to be. Thank you guys so much for being patient and sticking with me. This video won't have quite the quality, but that's okay. Anyway, so after I have layered everything, I'm going to go into my USB stick and select the Hexi files. These are on your USB or your CD that you'll be getting. The 5-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and 9-inch files are included for you. These are the maximum sizes of different Bernina hoops. So what I'm doing here is I'm showing you that you don't want to put your hoop on until you are ready to embroider. You want to do all this adjusting with the hoop off and then put the hoop on. That's what that little dance the embroidery machine does that frustrates people sometimes. Most of the time when we haven't thought about it in a while. So now I'm just double checking my stacks. I will tell you what I should have done is I should have stitched the placement line and then laid my fabric on top of it. But just like everybody else, I've got stress brain going on, so I'm just double checking using the absolute placement where I can tap around the design. This is available on a lot of our machines, I think all of them right now. So I can see exactly where it's going to sew on the item. So if this was an embroidery design, it would be easy for me to tell where it's going to stitch, especially if this was something that was pre-made, but I digress. As long as I get all of my fabrics, because I don't want to have a corner missing from one of my hexagon. That would be terrible. Okay, when you're doing cut work, you are making a big sandwich, and the best thing to do is to have the stiffer tearaway. So this is heavyweight tearaway stabilizer. And the first step is to sew, like I said, the placement lines. I have threaded my machine properly, I promise, machine. If you are living dangerously like I am in this video and your hands are anywhere on the hoop, be very, very careful. I should have my fingers curled. We all know how unpleasant it is to be sewn. Or if you don't, you're very lucky. But anyway, I'm just going to stitch around that placement. This is the 9-inch size. That can only be accomplished on the jumbo hoop. So those of you who have an 830 or 880 will be able to take advantage of that. If you have a 7 series, it's going to be the 8-inch size. Is anybody going to be able to tell that you were 1 inch smaller if they don't have anything else to look at? No. That's the short answer. So then it's going to stitch the second placement line, and that just makes it really, really secure. And again, I could have, if I had been thinking through this a little more, I would have stitched the placement line and then stitched this one second. I'm just double checking where it's gonna sew by scrolling through my different colors here. So I'm gonna tell where my corners are. And then I'm gonna get going. Wouldn't it be nice if it sewed that fast? Anyway, so for cut work, we use a special foot. We use the number 44C, which is a really nice echo quilting foot for free motion. But we are going to use it as kind of a guard for our cut work tool, which looks just like a weird little needle thingy. Goes in the spot where your needle goes, and it has 5 positions that we can rotate that blade at. So 3 is going to be our first position. I tell it I've got the cut work tool, and as you can see, it's cutting through. There are certain things it's going to do twice. I will tell you, if the item is too thick, sometimes batting will do it. It may not cut all the way through, but it is pretty darn close, and you can always repeat steps. When I'm done, I hit the checkered flag, and here is my finished perfect hexagons. Yeah. And then I have this cool cutout. I don't know what to do with that, but I will say you will use more fabric this way, but again, if you're making a ton of these, this is the way to go. Also, if you're using Insulbright, I would cut your seam allowance off. So our next step is to iron the, I'm doing that real fast. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pause this so I can tell you what I just did. Back it up a little bit. Okay, so the next step after you get everything cut out is to take the pieces that are going to go on the top. There's my Insulbright that I have trimmed a 1/4 inch off so I can get it in there. You're going to press all of this in half. All your hexagons, they're going to go on top. Okay? You're going to place the folded side to the inside. Okay? With your, that's my back fabric, the burgundy. I've got the blue on top, and then I'm just going to work my way around, making those triangle wedges that you saw. So that's piece number 2. Again, fold to the center. Piece number 3. And be sure to carefully line it all up because we want to cover that middle really well. There's piece 4. Now piece 5, as you can see, is going to have to over or underlap something. We want to see it, so we are going to underlap it under piece number 1. Okay? And this is the tricky part. Our next step, the last piece, you place under the first one and the second one. And there are pictures on the handout in the CD, so you don't get confused. I've seen this done a number of ways in a number of shapes and a number of publications. So it's really hard to say where this came from. But I have this beautiful little trivet basically right now. I've got the layers in order are the no-show fabric, the batting, and then my back. Then I've layered my top pieces you're going to see. And I'm just going to go around and pin those in place. I'm going to make sure I've caught most of the layers. And of course, anytime you need to, just smooth it out. Make sure that middle looks like perfectly pieced, even though they're not, which is amazing. And you're going to see why in a little bit. We're just going to pin all 6 of them down because this can get really, really obnoxious. You are going to quilt, or excuse me, piece them together using a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, because we are going to turn from the center. We don't need to turn from the side. So we're going to pull all our pins out, and we're going to clip all the corners to make it easier. These are my Kai 7000 series scissors. They are great for doing things like this. They are so sharp, and that angle that they're at is so strong, it doesn't hurt my hands to use regular scissors. You know, those angles are kind of important. So I've got it trimmed, and now we just get in those petals and turn it. If you need to, you can go around with a point turner. I used the OBSD Pokey-Do that we use for tiling scenes, actually, because you can use the iron on it. It's not plastic, it's metal. And the points on the ends of it are not sharp. They're rounded off so that it doesn't poke through your corners. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but it is the opposite of satisfying. So anyway, as I turn it, it starts really taking shape. I can scoot that Insulbright that's in the middle around to make sure it's in the right place. That might take some effort, some working, but I've got it just like that, and it's done. So I go over to my machine, and for this one, I decided to use a decorative stitch. So I scrolled over to my favorite, which is 1332. I use this one a lot on binding also. And I added a knot because I don't want to back up. And I used my number 10D foot, or my edge stitch foot, to stay along those edges. So now my little pot holder, hot pad, what have you, is shut. Then I stitched around it using a straight stitch at 3mm, and then all I have to do is just a little touch up all the way around. There's my back. Sometimes I like to have my back something really loud and floral so you can't really tell what's happening. That's on purpose. I do that on purpose. But in this case it looks pretty nice. And that's just regular weight thread. If you used a heavier weight thread, like a 40 weight, that would be really awesome, I think. So yeah, that's the one with the baseball stitches. And of course, let me just shut those just in case they pop up in front of me. You can do just a simple quilted pattern. I did this wonky, kind of on purpose. So that I wouldn't have to worry about marking. However, it's just, you can do it perfect. You can be absolutely ½ an inch every time you go out. Or you could matchstick quilt this and be 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch apart. I did kind of lose my middle there. That could, if this wasn't a coaster, I could put like a button right there, but then, you know, my cup's not going to fit on it anymore. But anyway, like I said, on the CD for this club, all of this information is on it, including patterns to cut out your hexagons, the cut work files to cut out your hexagons if you have that, and of course, I think we have that. If you might have that in stock, if you like it, let us know. Today is club day, so if you watch the video, if you stop by the store today, you do get 20% off of your purchase. The CD will be available in about a week because I have to put this video on the CD. And I know that's a little, I'm gonna stand up, I'm about to fall out of my chair. It's a little frustrating, I know, but that's kind of, it's live. But anyway, to get the CD, to get it for free, please post in the Facebook group, Bernina of OKC Friends. Yes, that's what it's called, Bernina of OKC Friends. And then you can get the CD for free. You still have to come to the store or call us to have us mail it to you. Otherwise, I don't know if you want it. If you don't want to post a picture, you can purchase the CD for $10. And like I said, it has all this information, all these files, and that's kind of how we do club. And like I said, that part will not change as we move to YouTube. Be looking for Rachel's software sampler on YouTube. Like I said, this is the last one that will be live cast directly to Facebook. So anyway, thank you ladies so much for watching today. I don't think I lost anybody, even though you guys got to stare at a black screen for a long time. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I hope you get to sell. Thanks. Oh.